Hi, this is the next class in this series. So in the previous class, we loaded the data into hosts table, which is in raw schema under Airbnb database. Using copy into command, we were able to load the data into this host table. Now, we're all good with, table data. That means till now, yes, from the on-premise we just brought the files to stage, Snowflake stage. Then from here, using copy into command, we were able to load the data into hosts table, which is in raw schema. Here, using put command, we were able to upload the file, CSV file into stage. Now, stage to copy into command. Stage by using copy into command, we were able to load the stage files into our table. Now we have data in the table. So from here, let's create our DBT model. So in this place, I am going to create a model now. Let us see that how it will work. Okay. I hope you understood this flow here. Right now, DBT gets involved here. So I'm going to create the DBT model now. Right. Let's switch to the DBT VS Code. Yeah. So this is our first model. So go to models folder. In this models folder, I am going to create a folder here, maybe SRC, that is source. Later, I'll be creating target also. Maybe here only, I'll create TGT folder. Okay. I'm sorry, it is not. This is TGT folder. So under SRC, I don't need this TGT. By mistake, I have created TGT under SRC. Okay, now under SRC, I am going to create a first model. Okay, in order to create a model, just under SRC, I'm just creating one .sql file. What is my .sql file? Okay, here my uh, requirement is I would like to create a view with the name with the name RAW hosts. I would like to create a view in the Airbnb database dot raw schema. I would like to create this view. So for this, see, this name is very important. So with this name, I'm going to create a model. Indirectly, what I'm trying to say here is whatever the model name that you give with the same name, the Snowflake object will be created. When I say Snowflake object, either it will be table or view, or it is materialized view. Okay, so we will discuss about like table or view or a materialized view. It is based on the materializations that we give in the line number 32 models, DBT project, and we need to give the folder name and all these things. We'll see that part later. Now, by default, if you don't mention any materialization, we can create a view. The DBT will create a view. Okay, I'm creating a file here under SRC folder, RAW hosts dot SQL. So with this name, I am creating the model. So what is my model? It is nothing but model, nothing but as I told you, it is nothing but an SQL statement only. Here you can write like select start from where I want to just go to Snowflake. Where is my table? Here it is. Hosts. Okay. So this hosts, from this host, I want to fetch the data. Okay. For that, I'm going to give hosts here. Okay. What about database, or which database it will connect to, which schema, under which schema this table is there? So you don't have to mention that one, because in the config file, we already have that information. Okay. I already explained earlier this one, users, and here DBT. So if you go to profile, it's not config file, it's my bad that I said config file, it is profile file. Okay, so which profile I am going to use? See, I am going to use this particular profile, dbt underscore product. Okay, so now, anyways, password I should not show this, so I'll be updating this password little later. Okay, so now this is the host table. So under which schema it is there? Yeah, under RAS schema, this is the database, right? Even though you don't mention the database name dot schema name dot like that, that means if you don't mention the database and the schema name, then even in that case also it will work. Okay, so select star from hosts. I can give like this, or I can give detailed query. Okay, so in the model, whatever the query that you are giving, first we need to make sure that query is running fine without any issues. Okay, so I would like to give a query like this: select ID as host ID, then name as host name, because whatever the columns I am giving here, with the same columns I am going to create the Snowflake object, view or table. Is super host, that is the same column I'm taking, and created it, then it is also same column, updated it from host table. Okay, so this is the query that I'm going to run. So there is some error, right? So that's fine. So because I chose the database Snowflake Learning DB in the line schema, so this table is not there. It is actually there in the Airbnb under RAS schema. This table is there, so that's where it is saying this error. That's fine. So I am keeping this query here. Now my model is ready. In the DBT project YAML file, I did not mention any materialization. Materialization means you want to create view, or you want to create table, or you want to create materialized view. So which one you want to create, that depends on the materializations in the DBT. So here I am not mentioning anything over here. That means by default, whenever you run your DBT, then it will create the view. So how to run this DBT model? See, go to terminal. So we are in the terminal. First, come out of DBT project, and here the virtual environment which we have created earlier is this DBT Pro, the VNV scripts activate. In order to activate the virtual environment, just hit enter. Now you need to get into DBT project. Okay. Now here, let us run our DBT model. The command is dbt run. It's running. It will take few seconds. Yes, there is an error. Okay. So where is the error? You can see that, like, semicolon is there. Let me remove the semicolon. Again, save it. Again, I am running dbt run and hit enter. Yes, now this time it got succeeded, right? So if you see here, uh, this is one model found and 477 macros. Oh, you might be wondering, so where are the macros we did not create, right? So it is actually the 477 inbuilt macros are there. So which you may not see that, but there are inbuilt macros. They run actually for every DBT run, all will run. Okay. Now just switch to Snowflake and see if at all the view is created with the name raw underscore posts. See, there is no view. Just refresh it. Yes, view is created now under this. Yes, raw host is there. So that's how we can create the model and we can run the model. Okay. Hope you understood. Thanks.